Hey, what's good? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Rudenote and today we're doing some really cool drum roll. We're going to do some basic of the finger drumming and we do this on the drum machine. This one is the MK2. It's a pretty old model, but it's still working, although not all pads are working anymore. It's still one of my favorite because it's the only one that I have. But this one is actually really nice because it has more like an emotional value to me, and I'm using the controller inside Ableton just as a MIDI controller, so you can do it with any other device. I'm going to show you two different ways of playing it. First would be doing it with the drums with a sample combined, kind of, so you have like, you can play and perform live everything at once. And the second one would be to have like a drum kit only, you know, so you could be play in a live jam and be the drummer, or have like a loop going on and then you just layer some cool authentic drums over it. And yeah, without further doing, let's go. And apart from that, we also have the samples that are that you can use, right? I choose a sample from, let me see, it's an older one. I probably have it from Splice, and then yeah, I just chopped it up, you know. So this sounds really fire already, right? And what you can then do is trying to play everything together, right? So obviously you have to come up with a nice melody, and you have to do something really catchy, you know. So it could either be something like, what I also recommend is obviously playing with a metronome. So yeah, but you can also do it without if you wanted to have it more natural and more dynamic. In the end, you can then later on also change it, you know. But yeah, let's see. And yeah, I'm going to play around a little bit with it. I also have some cool pads over here, which are vocals. And they're in the same key, which is obviously really important. Also, one thing that I like doing, I didn't do it for this video, but you could also, when you have a sample, you could make sure that there's also a bass included. Or at least a root note from the bass. You can, I don't know, do it obviously later on, but it depends. If it's like a live show, it makes sense that you then have it on the same pad. So if you play, for example, this pad, there's also the same bass note going, so you can perform everything live. And yeah. And the second one would be, should I? Okay, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult because you have to kind of play three pads at the same time. And find the right ones that match, right? So I think for the demonstration purpose is, yeah, this one really enough. And just play around. You could obviously add more perks in between and maybe have some different hi-hats and snares going on, but I would like to show this in a different way, and this is basically where you have the drums only and play over a loop. So I have the sample right here. I made it a while ago, and it's called Facts. I don't know why it's called Facts though. Anyways, I'm going to loop it. I'm also going to play the metronome, and there it's the same kind of principle here. We have the kicks, like two different types of kicks here. The hi-hat and the snare, and this is a snap, open hat, another open hat, another hi-hat. So yeah, now you heard everything that I have on this pad. The thing is, or the reason why I have different hi-hats and open hats is that I want to create a more authentic vibe here, basically for old school kind of thing. So yeah, just let me see what I come up with. And okay, 1 second, let me turn up the kick a little bit. Also, a thing that you could do is using this fixed velocity on the kicks. So you always had like a louder kick, you know, which is then pretty good. So I would go for something like this. I mean, it still depends. You could do obviously whatever you want to do, but this is just a small demonstration of how I would use like a pad like this. Obviously, I didn't use the crash and the toms you could use in between. Maybe we could do something like this. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit from it. And yeah, always make sure that you have, that you train your fingers. That you train your fingers, exercise. And one important thing, that if you try to duplicate or want to kind of make a old school kind of vibe, you should try to use different elements, like more hi-hats, more perks, more snares, and try to implement them somehow in your playing style so it sounds more authentic, you know. This is just a basic tutorial, okay? Let me know what you think of it in the comments if you have more questions, and don't forget to stay focused, calm and safe and sound. Have a good one.